Stock car racing, an old form of automobile racing, popular in the United States, in which that contains externally to standard U.S. commercial types are raced. Usually an oval, paved track, stock car racing is said to have originated during the U.S. Prohibition period between 1919 and 1933, when illegal still operators needed private cars capable of more than ordinary speed to evade the law while transporting liquor, turned and altered ordinarily passenger automobiles to make them faster. Subsequently, these cars were raced for pleasure, particularly in the southeastern states where the sport remained most popular.
Today we're interviewing Van Pelfrey, former race car driver and crew chief. Why did you start racing?
For competitiveness.
What did you race or do you race, and where do you race at?
I raced a four-cylinder Pinto motor, a Pinto car, over at East Bay Raceway.
How did you begin or start out racing?
I just bought me a car and put out there in the shop and started wrenching on it. Got it running so I could race.
How many hours a week did you spend with your or around your car?
You usually spend about 5 hours a day on it, depending on what's wrong with it.
Do you chew Big Red, the official gum of NASCAR?
No, I chew bubble gum.
What do you enjoy most about racing in the sport?
The competition to beat people.
Does support from your team or those around you have an effect on your race outcomes? Explain.
They don't have, what'd you say?
Do they have an effect on your race outcomes?
Sometimes they do when I knock them out of the way.
Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
Why did you start racing?
My dad did it
Alrighty. Where do you race mostly at?
all over the state of Florida right now.
How did you start out?
Go-karts
Go-karts? Did you
when I
work
was
your way up?
5,
Did you end up working your way up? So how long did it take to get to where you're at now?
16.
16? Alright. So what is a fun fact you can tell everybody about racing?
Family, being all the family together at it.
Just because we're dumbasses, don't mean you can't be too.
So don't do any of this shit you see at home.
As you can see by demonstrating, the torch is burning at over 3,600 degrees Fahrenheit. The suit is not catching on fire because they build these things flame retardant, as if the race car were to catch on fire, the driver inside would be safely protected for a good amount of time until he was able to get out.
I started out racing go-karts at the age of 6 at old Dade City Raceway in Dade City. I am a second generation racer. My father raced all over the state of Florida, Georgia, Alabama for years. And just say I was born into racing. I was at the racetrack by the time I was a month old, and it's in my blood. Once a racer's in your blood, you can't get it out. And I've been doing it ever since. Raced go-karts for a little while with my kids. And now I'm back racing dirt cars at East Bay Raceway Park.
I ain't got time, I'm winning this thing.
This is one of the many communication devices that racers use to communicate between the track and the pits.
What?
There's the pits.
The one on the left is an asphalt racing tire. The one on the right is a dirt racing tire. The asphalt tire is a slick, as they call it, and is smooth, which allows the tire, as it gets hot from racing, to stick to the track like glue. The dirt tire works in a similar way, but uses minimal tread to glide across the dirt and grabs in the dirt and bites when needed to turn.
Did you run moonshine?
Did I run moonshine?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I drank it.
All right.